6 July 2021, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, adopted the Development Assistance Committee DAC recommendation on enabling civil society in development cooperation and humanitarian assistance. The recommendation sets out a practical blueprint endorsed by the world's major donor countries for how to enable civil society in development cooperation and humanitarian assistance by providing principles and guidance that donor governments, partner governments, civil society, and other stakeholders can use to remove constraints on civil society and build an enabling environment for the exercise of civic freedoms. The DAC recommendation addresses together three interlinked pillars of how development cooperation and humanitarian assistance providers enable civil society. These three pillars address a constellation of challenges impeding civil society actors from reaching their full potential as revealed by the evidence gathered. Firstly, DAC members have expressed considerable concern that diminishing respect for human rights and democracy in a context of rising autocratization around the globe is eroding the freedoms of peaceful assembly, association, and expression, posing a real threat to civic space. Secondly, DAC members understand that there is work to be done to strengthen the way they support and engage with civil society actors to ensure the most effective use of the resources DAC members devote to their partnerships with these actors. Thirdly, while civil society actors have been playing critical roles in the COVID-19 response, recovery, and resilience building, there are opportunities to enhance their effectiveness, transparency, and accountability. The coherence and complementarity between these three pillars is central to the DAC recommendation's strength and character, and the ability to address the pillars together is a particular value added of the DAC. Implicit in the DAC recommendation is that addressing any of the three pillars alone would not be sufficient to enable civil society actors to maximize their varied contributions to the 2030 Agenda and its pledge to leave no one behind, to inclusive sustainable development, effective humanitarian assistance, peace building and protecting and strengthening democracy, and more specifically to the COVID-19 response and recovery. The DAC recommendation on enabling civil society in development cooperation is the first international standard focused on the actions of providers. The production of this infomercial was made possible by ACFIM, an international center for not-for-profit law, through the full support of Government of Denmark.